Can't afford things to sight of our expensive things.
Well, you get a lot of write up on this album, you know. Yeah, man, all you have to buy this, most of this album, and it's price of the cake. Yeah, man.
Rest of the company, them not the distribution.
And the guitar and the piano.
That is a company where them just promote records, them not really promote artists.
Yeah.
That is like a light.
I heard you said something at the Sunsplash that they don't play your music in Jamaica, and that's not.
I look why I'm like, they're dying to get that thing from.
Listen, I was here and I listened to the radio for 2 weeks and no Sugar Miner playing. You know? Our Barry was listening when you said that. You know?
They never really finish the stuff right now.
Yes, I know.
Like a man like you that dying to get a song, you know? You don't buy it, you know?
Sure, man, I truly must get all the new sugar to take back, you know? Yeah. Well, it's that stuff for a choice, you know? So.
Now that stop me, you know?
No, stop. Can't afford to let that stop you, man. What do you mean? Come on. I saw him see how the Sunsplash came up. There was there and I drove all the way from here to there. Yeah, man.
Nice.
When you sing a song about Africa, you know what you have to do? Without crying, look away from you. When you come out and sing the Africa one, man, my brother hold on to me and say, GB, listen. Almost cry, man.
I know that song will carry me away, like.
Yeah, it carry me away. I'm telling you.
Depending from third song, you just sing, you know?
Yeah, man. Okay, we can start because I guess you get on some runnings too, eh?
Yeah, my warriors.
Yeah.
We make it so nice. Well, yeah. So I can sing this as a alright.
The title one. You can't listen to that, you know? The title one.
Yeah, this one. Let me go for the baby first. Alright.
Sometimes we wish we quite well.
Yeah, man. Right.
Here, many years. 1973 was about the last time I was in here, and I was on the air at that time.
What show?
What show? Those days it was just by disc jockeys. It was Richard Long. Played jazz and gospel and R&B and all kinds of funky stuff on his show.
Smile for me, Carol. Hi, Carol.
Side to youth with my old Dutch pot. Them going uptown, we cook up a yacht. They say they want to cook on expensive gas too. Oh yes. When me and him say him not let him fall over.
A little bit disappointed this morning. We're standing at the airport and saying, what's going on here? Yeah, well, you know, people...
But I'm here, you know?
Yes,
that's
man. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, my brother, to CITR Studio. This is the Rocker Show, and I'm George Barrett, along with all these other people around you. Make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, man.
Well, let us get right into some of the talk that we want to talk about today. Sugar Minott, good things going.
Yeah, well, good thing going, you know. One of the better hits for me, it was like a British chart hit in England about 1980.
Mm-hmm.
You know, went number 3 on the chart and was on the RCA label.
Mm-hmm.
You know, out of that came an album, Good Thing Going, you know, which can share it to all the people right now, you know.
Yeah. Before we share it, this one is released on Heartbeat. You produce this record yourself.
Produced by myself.
You produce most of your music, Sugar.
Yeah, you know, from 1979 I've been producing my own albums, you know, like Ghettoology, River Jordan, Sufferer's Choice, that's here in the background now, African Soldier, the latest, and many more production with other singers too, you know.
And I should say you did lots of tours. You just coming from Japan, and you went from Japan back to Sunsplash in Jamaica, and from Sunsplash into North America.
Yeah, well, it started out with the Sunsplash tour. It was, you know, very successful for me, you know.
Well, I guess this is the most successful North American tour for Sunsplash, the one you were on.
Yeah.
Well, I like
yeah, man, I see, most time they try to go around certain things now, but in time they have to face up with it. You know.
Well, you know, you're well received in North America, Japan, and Europe, but in Jamaica, it's like they're lingering.
Yeah, well, it's the kind of music that they tend to promote in Jamaica, you know. Mainly DJ. Not that I'm fighting against DJ, you know,
Hmm.
but certain kind of lyrics I am not, I can't associate with, you know what I mean? Towards certain slackness and all,
Yeah.
certain kind of lyrics that not really relevant to me, you know.
Hmm.
So the kind of music that I sing, you know, and they don't get a lot of airplay there, and even if you have a good dancehall song that the people might like, you have to have, you know, cash to pay all these these jockeys to play it, you know.
This what's going on in Jamaica
Yeah,
nowadays?
man. Well, for that, if you have to have $5,000 if you want the truth to be known. It's like I'm gonna make a song about. It's like they say, $1,000 gets you in the chart, $2,000 move you up a bit, $3,000 you're in the middle, $4,000 you're in the top 10, and $5,000 you get number one. You know, that's how they do it.
That's gonna be a number one hit. I know Barry G will play that
And you
one.
know what? There's song that's in the chart that nobody knows. You know, so there's people that will pay for it to be there, even if it's not selling, because just for some prestige and things.
How was your flight so far coming to Vancouver?
It was nice, you know,
Uh-huh.
one of the better flights.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, and the outside really sunny and look nice, you know.
I heard that you don't like to drive too much.
Well, drive when it's necessary, you know.
Uh-huh.
But if I can get there, because I'm always anxious to get there.
I know.
So if I can get there the fastest, you know.
Fastest way.
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna listen some of your songs and let you get more comfortable. This is Sugar Minott #1 song that hit the world. Good things going.
Stay great, you know.
Mhm.
Although I figure that cop, whoever it was, that was coming, he shouldn't have acted so violent, you know.
Uh-huh.
But I guess he mistook me for some people trying to bore, you know, or something. Because there was one man who was letting me in, you know,
Uh-huh.
and then he didn't see that.
Oh, I see.
So he just, and there was a lot of other youth behind me, you know, like rushing down, you know.
At the same time, when you went on stage that time, you just create this song that you said Babylon to try to mash up your life.
That same time,
Yeah.
well, you know, over the years still, you know, spiritually and physically, you know,
Mhm.
Babylon always a try to mash up, and I like, not me especially, but ghetto people and all, you know.
Hmm.
So this was just one instant that the song was proven to be true, you know.
When you started out singing in let's say record in 1979, what was your first song you put in vinyl?
Well, actually, I started recording in '69, you know,
69.
going to school,
Uh-huh.
with the African brothers. I was in a group with Tony Tuff, Eric Buttons, you know, and we recorded people like Mike and Rupi Edwards.
Uh-huh. Micro and the Pete
Yeah,
Western,
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, we actually started out with that syndicate of people
Hmm.
while they were in Jamaica at that time, you know.
And then you move along to some youth
Yeah.
promotion. Can you
Well,
tell us about that?
From there,
Mhm.
right? Because remember the Studio One years.
Yes,
also
the Studio
there.
One years, Sir
Well,
Cox
yeah,
Dodge.
well,
Yes.
when I left the group, I went to Sir Coxon like in 1975. Stayed there, doing all these songs like developing my first album.
Uh-huh.
The first song I did at Studio One was a song called Wrongdoers. It was on a rhythm they call it General Rhythm.
Hmm.
And the next one was Is It True? Shoop, 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 shoop. Song like that. And lead up to song like Mr. DC.
Wow, that was
you
a
know.
big hit for
Yeah,
you.
that was my biggest hit at Studio One. Because that was the only #1 song that was, well, I did a lot of #1 song at Studio One, but that was the only one that was registered in the chart.
Uh-huh.
Because Cox's song, he didn't really give the radio station any return
Hmm.
of the sale, so they couldn't know where to put the song, you know. So that was when he just started doing that. So when I left Studio One, '79, that's when I started the youth promotion organization, you know,
Uh-huh.
Black Roots.
This is mainly for promoting the youth who actually cannot afford to do anything.
Yeah, well, it started out of my own frustration of not having no one to do things for me, like being a good producer, a songwriter, whatsoever. So I had to look within myself, you know, for
Uh-huh.
that. And starting doing it for myself, other youth around me started, checking me to really help them to really do their own thing. Cause I was one of the first youth who really start producing my own record.
In Jamaica.
As a up and coming singers, cause singers was afraid to do that before. They thought it was impossible. Really.
You used to do anything with the sounding system in the dance hall?
Yeah, well, that's how the dancehall style really came in, cause not to take all the credit still, but I had the art for that really with you like Little John
Mm-hmm.
and you like that because the dancehall style credit really goes to Uri,
Yeah.
cause it was because of Uri who had a song called Sturgar,
Uh-huh.
why we got to express ourselves, to the public. As I said, the radio wasn't playing my song,
Uh-huh.
our studio one, so I had to go to the dance to sing on the backing track, backing vocal.
Oh, to get your song kind of more,
Right.
familiar to the
That's
people.
how the whole thing of dancehall style was created. Because before that, there was nobody doing that. So this was a first, and I got the idea of doing the song dancehall style, which was the first song that mentioned that lyrics. Anywhere in the world, in reggae, like the tune, give them in a dancehall style for all the dancehall fans.
Yes, I remember that one.
And that was inspired by DJ still.
Uh-huh.
Because what I did was DJ them, they really took over the market, like Joseph Wales, Yellow Man and them man.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, no, they wasn't listening too much singing.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was combine a portion of DJ lyrics and put it to singing, and it
Yeah,
worked,
yeah.
it worked. So from that song, everybody started about dancehall style. And Little John, was one next you to that song called True Confession.
I remember that
Yeah,
one.
that was the next big dancehall song. And from then, you know the rest.
Well, I notice you have lots of youths around you, who you're working with, trying to help them, like kind of break the barrier from where you started.
Yeah.
And so that's what youth promotion is. Youth promotion as a sounding system too.
Yeah, yes, youth promotion is really a charity organization.
Uh-huh.
I don't collect.
You don't collect.
I don't collect from no one, never. You know what I mean? But we have programs that we need financial support. So
Mm-hmm.
we tend to reach out to the public. Which only the Japanese people have donated anything to us so far.
Mm-hmm.
But there's people like the I and other people who giving us their spiritual help, because they don't really have no money. But them spiritual help really help to keep it going still.
Yeah.
And even in this chance, we're reaching out to the people and to really support the youth promotion music. Because we want to build a music school right now. And
In Jamaica.
yeah, because we have nothing like that.
Oh. In Jamaica, does the artist get copyright? Like when they play the music on the radio, do they get any royalty from it?
No, they
So,
don't get money from it. In Jamaica, there's no copyright system, no publishing system. You have to go outside of Jamaica to set up your business like that.
to really get a copyright and
We have
royalty.
we have no good managers. We have no agencies. There's not one company in Jamaica that signs the artist.
Oh, everything have to done abroad.
It's just like hand to mouth. And that's why people say why Jamaican artists sing so much songs. There's no company. They're not a part of a company. They just have to sing for Tom, Dick and Harry.
Oh,
So they don't have no one looking about their career. People are just interested in pushing the music.
the music.
Yeah.
I
They don't
see.
care who's singing. So that but in American music now it's set up any artist you see on the label, he's on a contract. And his career is set out, before he even do one song. And that's the difference,
Uh-huh.
That's why Jamaican reggae music is such a struggling music.
Yeah, your second, the album before your African Soldier album that was done in New York, I guess Bulwaki did something there for you. That's a great album, but we don't see it much in Canada. What's happening?
That again, lack of distribution, These people that I work for, I tend to work for some very poor people at times, because that's the kind of people that I'm associated with. My voice is like trying to uplift things at all time. You know, if I was at school, I'd play on the worst side, although I was the best player. You know.
Sound
Yeah,
good to me.
yeah, I feel like they need me more, you know.
Uh-huh.
I think so. But then when I do all this music, there's no way that we can distribute it.
Well, I know.
I've had music sitting on tapes for years.
And not even gone on vinyl as yet.
Right.
You're just picking and choosing who to really angle your music.
And it's hard. We're searching for managers, you know, distribution.
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Well, as you know, in North America side, the reggae music is kind of, we call it white radio. They don't play it on white radio. So it's like a station like campus station and community radios that actually give reggae the most airplay in Canada. So we must give thanks for that. Like this station here,
Yeah,
CITR.
man, give thanks to that, man.
Yes, man.
Respect due every time.
Your new album, African Soldier, is mostly dedicated to Africa, the ban apartheid in Africa.
Yeah, man. This because, see, when I look and hear of what's happening in Africa, you know, South Africa, and see that there's nothing that I could do physically to really help, you know, my brothers and sisters down there. So I figured that my spiritual help within the music would be a great part, you know. And it took me almost 6 years to finish this album, you know, so it's really serious work.
We have a track lined up before you go further. We have Mandela.
Yeah.
We have this track Mandela from the African Soldier LP. This is a brand new LP. When was this released?
Well, it's almost about 7 months.
7 months ago.
Yeah, but it hasn't been around a lot. Like it's selling well, but it doesn't reach certain parts like here so much that I've noticed.
On the cover, what's that you're holding up on the cover?
And that's the African soldier, you know, with the weapon, you know. But if you notice him hold it up,
Yes.
that means say right now I'm try really settle things.
Oh, I see.
You know, him don't have to hold it down. Cause like the song I said, we need no shedding of blood, of black nor white, you know. But apartheid is a thing we have to fight.
This is the LP Sugar Minnott, African Soldier. This is a track from the A side, this song called Mandela. What inspired you, Sugar?
Well, this is a letter to Nelson Mandela, you know, in this song. I'm writing this song especially to him, you know, seeing that I can't see him personally. I don't even know how to send a letter to him. So I did the music. So I figured one day he might hear this music.
George. George at the man. George at the man troll. George at the man troll.
Well, hear this all massive, big and broad every time.
Sugar Minnott show.
Okay, Brian from Island Spa.
With their violence, AI, way down there, AI.
African is calling, easy come, easy go. Play me, now play. Ja works to do. I know Sugar Minnott have a lot of ja works to do. African Soldier, that's the title track. Then the vibes and apartheid, that's no right. We don't want any apartheid because black man can't survive under that heading at all. You know, Jamaicans always have the force and the power through their mouth to really mash down any walls of Babylon. We remove youth promotion. As I said before, Sugar, you do a lot of work with youth promotion, and you brought in 2 singles.
Yeah.
This is Stephen Harper.
Stephen Harper, brand new singer, nobody else ever heard him.
Nobody played this one.
No,
Well,
Junior Roots, you know.
Yeah, Junior Roots. Okay, well, let us listen to some of the work that you created to help the youths in Jamaica. This is Stephen Harper, and this one called Lately.
Lady, I've been dreaming about you.
Sugar Minnott, and he's in the studio live. We have a next song coming up, and this one is Junior Roots. This one is very, very nice. All these are brand new. Sugar Minnott just brought them into the studio with him. So here we go once more. This is another production from Sugar Minnott, the Stadium Beat Man production. universe yet. Sugar just brought it along with him. This is some of the work that Sugar Minnott is doing in Jamaica. Yes, Sugar.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you can, you know, obtain these music, you know, like from Toronto, you know,
Uh-huh.
and Syria
Uh,
production can, you know,
or let we get this
yeah,
music in Canada.
and there's a number too, you know,
Uh-huh.
you can get it at 416
Uh-huh.
766 1014, you know. Yeah, man, and anybody want to support the youth, because this is not just like a commercial still, you know, but this is something to support the youth, you know, because,
Yeah.
you know, we're reaching out to people to help us so we can build this music school in Jamaica, you know.
Well, I think that's a great idea, Sugar, to have something more conscious. Because what I noticed in Jamaica, like back then, most of the older artists, they move away to foreign countries, and the youths are growing in Jamaica now, and everything that we are coming through is just this DJ business, you know.
Right.
So nobody was there left to
Right.
coach them, you know.
Right. And we like DJs still, you know.
Yes, I know.
That. They don't want DJ if you say, cause dancehall don't nice without DJ, you know.
I know.
But certain things you can take it too far, you know. Like in Jamaica, it's like 80% a DJ, you know, and the balance could be, you know.
Feel.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. African Soldier is your title track for the LP. This was recorded in England.
Well, all over the world, you know.
Yeah.
As you look at each track, it's a different
Yes,
place.
that's what
New
that's-
York, you know, England.
Uh-huh.
As I say, it took me 6 years, you know,
Mhm.
so to find the right people.
To really work on
I
it.
didn't really want somebody to be playing it because of playing the music.
Mm.
And I want somebody to play it because they believe in, you know, what they was really playing.
Beat Record is your record company that you're using
distribute
to distribute
all
your
over
records.
America.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're located in Boston. They distribute, but you know, still there's some places that the music don't reach to. You know?
Uh-huh. You have done some work with Jackie Mittoo.
Yeah, man, Jack. Well, that's my teacher. That, you know, really, you know, that's one of the greatest musician I ever worked with. You know.
And he's in Vancouver.
Yeah,
I was
he's
talking to him
Special
yesterday.
guest.
And I was talking to him yesterday on the other radio station.
Yeah.
And he gave us a piece of the history about the music of Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
And
the man, I know the whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah, I was saying you are the youngest one was in the Scatterlights.
Yeah.
And he was saying you work with Sugar and you went to Japan and do a lot of work with them. Well, you know, Sugar, it's good to have somebody like Jackie Mittoo working with you
Yeah,
as
man. Feel confident.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
yes, and I think he's the only one out of the musical business that take it up on his shoulder to actually work with other artists so close.
Yeah, you see, most of the other people from this time, you know, they're kind of cool out, saying, boy, they get fed up and frustrated, you know, really, the years that they spend in this music and not really achieving financially and all that, but we are the offsprings, you know, and we are here to carry it on, really, and as you can see, singers nowadays, they don't go through the financial problem as singers before.
Oh,
You know, because it's easier to record a song now, get in the studio and all that, you know. There's lots of people to back it, like, although some of them are rip off, you know. You know, they back it, but not in the proper way, you know. They like hustlers still. So if it's money that you want, like just to get a quick change, it's easy. But if it's a career, you know.
What do you think of reggae nowadays?
Well, as I say, reggae nowadays, reggae is nice still, international, you know. The only place that I'm worried about is really Jamaica still, cause
The system is
yeah, you know. But
that's
otherwise, from that people, you know, Ziggy Marley and people like Max Priest, you know, Freddie McGregor, Aswad, Steel Pulse, as certain names that are and labels are out there internationally, you know. They are doing good towards, you know, the music that I see they put out, you know. But if companies would try to get singers, like a singer like Junior Rosa and Steve Napa, brand new, they don't sing out yet.
They don't
It's
say,
a million producers, right?
I see.
Then this is a time when the companies should really take up the artists and just like the American artists like Bobby Brown and you like them, you know, and then their career wouldn't get so mixed up, and then white or black radio station would play it because it would be more organized.
Uh-huh.
But I don't feel that people don't play this music because of mainly only prejudice against the music.
They want to hear what it says.
It's also disorganized within certain way that certain people
They turn
can't be
off.
bothered to deal with.
I see, I see. That's very, very true, Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to play your title track from the brand new LP called African Soldier. We'll be right back with Sugar Man.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Jackie Mittoo, he did this rhythm.
Oh, Jack made to work on this
And
rhythm.
he's playing on it, keyboards and that.
And
And the people who played on it was as well rhythm section, Jackie Mittoo. So this is a special track. Rock.
Every day you're making trouble. Empty. Whatever come in them time. Them are quite like top rocks. But I know that the same old organizing. And freedom is so far. Says it don't be happening. Everyone agree and keep on living. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Every day you're making problems. Making problems for my people. Every day you're raging war. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. But one day soon.
well, I tell you, fans, you have it. Sugar Minott, it's been a pleasure having you here, and I know you're going to put on a sweet, sweet show as you sing so sweet.
Yeah, man. And I look to see each and every one because this is the first time, you know.
Uh-huh.
I want it nice that there can be many more times.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
And before we go, you work with ESSO Zito. You do
Yeah,
some
man.
work-
ESSO.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be a special guest on this show, too, you know.
Yeah, man.
Doing a couple of his own songs, you
Uh-huh.
know, up front. And, you know, want to tell people them so they can reach the Commodore
Ballroom, yes.
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
know
tomorrow
where-
night,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So when you leave here, you're just gonna rest up and kind of just get your little
Yeah,
music
you know.
things ready, you know?
Right.
Yeah. It's just a pity that the water is so cold, else you go take a dip in the ocean too.
Go and pass up that one for now. Yeah.
And from here, you're going to Victoria on Tuesday night
yeah.
to perform in
Tuesday
Victoria.
night, yeah, man.
That's the capital of British Columbia. It's an island.
I've never been there, but looking forward to that.
Well, there's lots of places here, Sugar, and I know you come here to put your music as a foundation because all the other bands come. Spear, Third World, you name them,
Yeah.
Steel Pulse, they all come. And this time when you come, I know you come good.
Every time.
So it's been a pleasure, Sugar, to have you on CITR. This is the Rocker Show on CITR, FM 101.9. It's about 8 minutes before 3 o'clock, and I get out of here 3 o'clock. And I'd like to say thanks to Carol Walker, who manages Sugar Minott in Canada. She's our booking agent for Sugar Minott, so everybody want to reach her have to come through me, George Barrett.
Right.
Well, you made an album release on the Taxi label called Sugar
Sweeter than sugar.
Sugar and Spice.
Sugar and spice.
I really love this album, Sugar. This one was put out on Taxi label.
Yeah, it was the work we did with Sly and Robbie. That's the Sly and Robbie episode. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you work with a lot of people.
Because you see, the way I see it, and I sing a lot of different kind of music, Some people say Sugar Man the dancehall king, but you go next part and say Mr. Lovers Rock, and they have Mr. Roots Rock. So, but I don't really want the people them to sing like that. That's why I know them say I am a versatile singer all around. I sing all kind of music as long as the lyrics is pleasing to Jah. You see what I mean?
Yes, man.
I want to sing. I want to take part in. I don't want to pass away and never done it.
Oh, I see.
That's what I mean. So,
Yeah.
so it's if a certain style come in and it's pleasing to the people and within me first, kind of pleasing to me still,
Well, I know you have
Really
lots of
big,
style. You have
really
lots of
style.
style. Because
Yeah.
I heard you say you want more style,
Yeah,
and you
man.
come with more style.
No style. It's even style that come that I just make go on and don't bother dealing.
You're performing on stage. No, Vancouver. Some people in Vancouver never see you perform. I see you perform. You're something else on that stage, Sugar. You don't stay one place.
Well,
You're there.
right,
You're
you know.
there. It's hard to follow you with the camera.
Vibes, you know, because people come to be entertained, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I am even not aware.
Of what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Bob Marley, you know, and Bob
Spirit,
Marley
yeah.
sings the spiritual, you know?
man.
Yeah, the spirit thing, yeah.
And you know, sometimes the more the people give, more they get to, you know.
So when we expect a new and second album from you, because I know you make them like, you know, so fast.
Yeah, as you see, sometimes they're not even so fast, you know, but they stay around long. My albums, you know, they don't get stale. So you find that they're always in the shop. So it look like I'm doing a lot, you know, but because even now, even the whole of this year, I haven't even got an album released yet. You know what I mean? And this is, you know, September, so.
Well, I guess it's a lot of album and you wanted
Yeah,
to
man.
all market through different channels.
But I have an album coming up now called Ghetto Child, you know.
Get a child.
It'll be coming up on Heartbeat.
Oh,
So,
Heartbeat.
yeah.
You love Heartbeat's label?
Well, that's the people that I find that I could deal with right now. You know, it could be better because I'm looking at a company like to deal with as an artist, not just for record to go through.
What do you think of this big signing this big label like Warner Brothers, RCA? What do you think about that?
Well, if that ever happen, you know, that will be the first time they'll be hearing real roots rock reggae on international radio because I haven't heard it yet.
Well, yes, sir. I like to hear that.
See?
Yes, man.
See, a lot of people, not that they don't do good music, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's not real Jamaican music, you know.
Well, I believe
They
that.
never, unless they listen to your station or a certain station, like they can't hear real Jamaican music.
I tell you that right now, if
It's
they don't
just a
listen to
whitewash
this,
or a blackwash, I know they want to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know every time, Sugar Man, that you is my favorite artist. I'm telling you that. I told Carol that, and you know, when I spoke to her, I said, Sugar Man is my favorite artist. He has to come to Vancouver. And I've been playing the music every Sunday and every Saturday, and all on my sounding system, I play Sugar Minott. Well, we have a track from the one that he did 1986 for Sly and Robbie, the Taxi Gang, from the Sugar and Spice LP. We're going to leave the crowd and the audience and everybody that's listening out in Radio Land with this one, Herb Man Hustling. What do you think?
Yeah, man, ragamuffin, every time, you know. So we see. One love. No Sergeant Brown, he's always waiting, no Sergeant Brown. He's a policeman from way down in the bush there. I'm always a hold on the herb man, them see? Every time we know the herb is eating up the nation. Jumping on me, they want me Ghana country. Let me wife and me hungry pick me. Me have to travel over hills and valley. Just me find this a good sensey. We have to travel over hills and valley. Just me find this a good sensey. And we do wrap up a job with me lawyer. Wrap up a job with me doctor. And we do wrap up a job with me lawyer. Wrap up a job with me doctor. Wrap up a job. Wrap up a job for all the Vancouver posse. Every time, see?
Every time. Thank you very much, Sugar Man.
Urban hustling, bright and early in the morning. Every time.
Every time, Sugar.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much, man. It's a
Alright.
pleasure to have you at CITR radio station, and I know the folks out there, they are taping it.
Yeah, man. Let's say me that rhythm would I give them it more, you know.
I know what you mean.
Different, but through the vocal I play different also. But we still love each and every one, and right now we're looking forward to see each and every one tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, the 4th, Monday
Well,
night.
boy, I'm so anxious, like, it come like, you know, I'd leave right here and go to the show, you know.
I know,
man.
you're musically inclined, you know. Well, for all you reggae fans and all you reggae listeners out there, Sugar Minott will be at the Commodore Ballroom tomorrow night with the Abbashanti Heights and also special guest ESSO. Remember, it's an Island Splash production. We're going to have some video and things like that. It's going to be great tomorrow night. Sugar Minott live from Kingston, Jamaica in Vancouver for a great concert at the Commodore tomorrow night. Tickets at VCT, CBO, and wherever tickets sell. Once again, I'd like to say thanks to Sugar Minott, thanks to Carol, thanks to Brian, thanks to Jackie Mittoo, thanks to ESSO to make this possible. So, until next week, I'm George Barrett, along with Sugar Man. And what you're going to see tonight is actually roots, because it's come direct from Jamaica. The Reggae Sunsplash in Jamaica, the largest gathering in the world for reggae music lovers, just passed through August 15 to 19. I was there and I witnessed it. And I would like to welcome all the people in British Columbia to check out Reggae Sunsplash next year. The video that you're watching tonight is put together to a man called Brian, and it's also with King Wadada Hi-Fi in a reggae style. I hope you enjoy the videos. And to start the show, I'd like to bring forward from Canada and Jamaica, ESSO Jackson with the Abbashanti Vibes Band. Let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen.
right to the centimeters. And you know, it's a very good singer, so if you was here tonight, you'll be singing something like this. Hey, 54, 46, that's my number. Right now, someone else got that number. 54, 46, that's my number. Right now, someone else got that number. I don't want to be mama. I don't want to be mama. Give it to me 2 times. I give it to me 3 times. 54, 46, that's my number. Right now, someone else got that number. 54, 46, that's my number. Right now, someone else got that number. Listen. She was only 16. She was coming from the penitentiary. She was doing 4 years on. Everyone in life is free. They just want to be free. No one wants to be locked behind the door. She just relax and the child can go love. Oh, we can get on. Come on, put your hands together. That's a great gentleman right there. Oh, Lord. Oh,
You know, take it down, please. I really like Bob McFerrin, you know? I think he's a really super cool guy, right? So I want you all to put your hands together for Bobby McFerrin also. I think he's a very super good guy. And I want you all to put your hands together for my sidekick partner over there. We ride shotgun together. The man in keyboards. Right now. Also, the percussionist over there. Come on, put your hands together. Yeah. Guitars. The drum, the bass man. Come on. But are you ready? What do you think about
Thank you much. Continuing the pace, we carry ESSO Jackson into South Africa.
soldier, known as Sweet Sugar Lincoln Minott. Are you ready? Before we get into Sweet Sugar Minott, how about a round of applause for the Abbashanti band? ESSO Jackson, Jackie Mittoo. Stay tuned, we're gonna rock you.
Yes. Well, you see, Sugar Minott, Abbashanti Vine say, no drugs. See? No drugs. No cocaine. Gonna blow your brain. No crack. Gonna keep you back. No morphine. Gonna make you act so doggone mean. No speed, you know why? You just can't succeed. But down in Jamaica, we know that the herb is the healing of the nation. This is the urban hustler, yeah. Wake up everybody, don't go sleeping in bed. Go back to thinking, got thinking of it. The world changed so very much from what it used to be. We got so much hatred, what we're going to. What I say? Get up, stand up for your life. Get up, stand up. Jump out the fire. We are away. Believe it by the light. What a good. Going to the promised land. What a good. Going to the promised land. I say again. We know it. Give us something on this. Oh, what is something else? Come on, let me mix me nice. Because you know what I want? Johnny, yeah, you are here. You know about the indica? The indica? Do you know the indica? You know the indica? Well, that's a new name. I've heard in Jamaica, good stuff, no drugs. You know what I mean? Indica, we're coming. Yes, talking about the thing, talking about the thing. We call it the indica. Mix it up. All you got to do is use Baba. Mix it up. Give me the camera. Give me the one minute. Give me the cover. So that you not come in a big helicopter. Give me something on here sometime now. So that you not come in a big helicopter. Talk about you, you want me to know me like that. Whatever the man to skip slave master. I wanna know what will happen. Mix it up. After this one, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Slow tempo, right? Give me a slow tempo for this one. Slow tempo. Achoo, 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 yes, I can achoo. Achoo, 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 yes, I can achoo. I will not achoo. I will not achoo. I will not achoo. I will not achoo. Sometimes you try, if you make a decision, I feel the drop. Oh, get up, my life is a child. Go back to the road back, in the road back, the road back, the road back. I see it, like the road in the mountain. I see it, I go from the ground, waiting. If I see it, I see it, I go find it, I'm a beast. I see it, you see that's a mountain. As Dr. Mittoo, the teacher for reggae music, the founder, singing from Studio One Days, from the Scatterlights, coming right down. I will put hands together for Dr. Mittoo and the Abbashanti guys. Yeah, respect. You're right. Thank you. Alright. Dr. Mittoo not like love, you know. I'm ready to play every time. You know? Abbashanti. Say that. Love in this. What is right now? We're going to show you reggae music, very versatile. This is one called Smile for all the lovers out there. It's best to rise with a smile on your face. And just like the sunshine all over your place. Don't be like the best in the dark. It's starting to this through my heart. Why won't you dance? Come on! Dance this way, music, dance. Your friends all say that you must dance with me. Now, darling, why don't you dance with me? Don't sit around and just look at me. Why won't you dance? Come on, dance this way. Come on, come on. Dance this way. my love is true. See if you remember this one. To you. showing everything to its many style. Roots rock, lovers rock, first. And now we give you Girls on Style. Back to the mercy. Lord mercy. I got the truth to the dance, okay. The feel redeem. I got the truth to the dance, okay. Open up the down, the whole stuff that flow. I got the big bones down, get down, get bones down. Don't you come on, and I got your man so wrong. Yeah, you can put yourself down, yeah, what about the humor? He's a woman, he's a woman, just a jump reggae. Come again, come here. All right, big contact. Back to back with it. We call it the water pumping. And it's a special dance in Jamaica where the ladies, you know. So I want to see all the ladies who can do it. Bass, give me a piece of that. Bass, yes, that kind of bass there. That's the kind of bass that you hear in Jamaica when the girls wiggle their waist. Come on, this way. Yes. Give me a little bit of trouble, baby. A little bit of trouble. That's fine. I remember on some conduction. Come on. Too fast. The girls don't want to. You see what I mean? Yeah. Give me a little of this man and I'm taking you right over here. I give me a little of the rhythm you got here. Because I want to see all the ladies doing the water pumping, water. I want the, you got the fast one, you know. And some people like it slow. Alright, listen, you know. She's a really good dancer. I saw him in the dancing night. I saw him in the club since night. She's a very silent mover, and every man wants to hold her tight. Every man wants to hold her tight. I want you to come and dance here. Everyone like to see her face. Everyone like to see her face. And then all the boys like to see when she wind up, she waist, she wind up. What you doing? Water come, we bubble over. Water come, we bubble over. Bubble from the left, bubble from the right. And then the gun sees the ten. Well, young man, give me a little bit slower, please. Johnny, 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 give me a little bit slower. Stop. Come on, girl. Come, Johnny. No, just come in. Come in, Daisy. Daisy, I never tell you stop, Daisy. Let me show you don't stop till I tell you stop. I want to show them how the water pump out. Yeah. Well, hear me now. Take it up. You know what's happening? Easy, boys. Easy. I'm not let me be the master of ceremony. You know what's happening when you take out these ladies? Hold on. You know what's happening? You have to have a lot of dollars in your pocket. You know why? You know why? Very expensive ladies. And you know what you have to do? You have to buy out the bar. You have to buy out the bar. So then you know you are sweet by the fire. A song of rich stone, the bottle in the mouth, keep some strong, the eyes you get to lie. What's this? Till you don't see, till you don't stop, you don't want to survive, you don't walk, the bar. So what you drink? I see you dancing, you go dancing. So what you having? 6 beers, what you doing? Something of the ice, the way you dance. You do so fast, the way you wanna dance. Oh, right. Till you don't see, till you don't stop, when you survive, you don't walk. Struggle to be free. No, mercy. Because I'm Lord mercy. Until you see you feeling like good. Now go out and party. You keep that people in us. If anyway it's a cola, I'm not. Africa must be free, must be free. Must be free, must be free. Africa must be free. Oh, now go South Africa. It's not the land, it's the administration. The slave is not people in their own land. And if I go to Johannesburg, I might lose my nerve. Way down in Cape Town, you see down in Victoria, life is not so pretty. So we now go South Africa until you feel really like we now go party. We got let me hear something. You want me an ID card? You want me to be your owner? I feel my ID card. Not even work, not even think of something. Not even made up right.